I told you if I'm gonna submit her.
Kijk, lopen, eten en drinken.
Ja, is goed jongens.
Well, Germaine, I know every win is important and special, but yeah, I mean, you said you were looking for the submission. You get the submission. I mean, does that add something to it for you?
I told you. Oh, I don't get sponsored by that. No, no, I'm joking. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. Like I said, you know, in the cage, I felt a little bit sloppy. I felt a little bit tight, but no matter what, she gave me her neck in the second round. She went for the guillotine. I think she lost a lot of air by doing that, and it wasn't tight. So, you know, I've learned some lessons, and she gave me her neck. I told my coaches if she gives me her neck, I'm going to put her to sleep, and I felt her going out. I told Herzog, I mean, she's out. And he felt, and she was out.
Yeah. You had a great round one, and then she kind of came back a little bit in round two. What was going through your head as she was kind of mounting that comeback? Was there adjustments you had to make?
No, yeah, I think I was still a little bit too busy with the takedown, you know, in the second round, because I just didn't want to make it a boring fight, you know. So I wanted to stay light on the feet and don't get too tight, which made me a little bit tighter. But you know, at third round I went in, and my coach told me it's 1-on-1. You know, you got to put a little bit more pressure, and she went for the takedown. And I really practiced this because you have to shoot very low on my legs for you to get the takedown on me, and she did, and she gave me her neck, and I could count, and she went to sleep.
Well, I was going to say, it's interesting because you said, you know, if it's there, I'm going to take it, and you're right, it was. But I mean, in the moment, was there any hesitation? Because obviously, if you don't get that, now you're on the bottom, and we know that's a tough spot for you sometimes.
I know what you mean. But if you could see in the second round, I reversed her, you know, at the end of the round, and the moment my arm went around her neck, I dropped. She didn't drop me, I dropped because I felt my arms in. I'm going to put her to sleep.
Yeah. And I'm curious, because you're always such a, you know, positive, happy person. I'm not saying you're talking trash or anything, but you are being vocal, right? You're saying, hey, don't forget about me. I'm still around. So what kind of brought that in you to say, like, hey, I'm going to speak up and say something?
Like I said earlier to you this week, I honestly believe I have not gotten the respect I believe I deserved. I made history a couple times in my career, a couple times. And I really did not get the respect, and I've seen in the past, you know, if you're being a jerk, you get respect here in the UFC. I don't want to be a jerk. I want to stay true to myself, but I believe I deserve a little bit more respect for all I have done in my career. And you know, there still has to come and do the things I do. And I'm 36 years old. I have a full-time job. I train besides having a full-time job, being a police officer. You know, it's not easy. I'm getting older, and it's not easy, but I still do it. So I deserve a little bit more credit for that.
Nice. And last thing for me, you know, I know you want that title shot again. You want to face Amanda again. We don't know what's going to happen in the main event. You know how this business works. What do you think it's going to take? I mean, do you think one more win should get you there? Do you think you're there now? Like, what do you think it should take to get a fight with Amanda?
Honestly, I really don't know, and I could care less, to be honest, and don't get me wrong, you know. I just love to fight, and whoever I have to face, I face. I just want to put up the entertaining fights, no boring fights. Give me an entertaining fight, even if it's a title shot or not, just give me an entertaining fight, because I'm here as an entertainer. You know, a belt is cool. You know how many belts I have? They get dust on it. I have to clean that shit, seriously. I don't like dust, so I always clean my house all day. I'm like, oh, I gotta clean this. So all that belts put a lot of dust on them. It would be cool because I will be opening in January with my coach. I'll be opening my own gym together with him, and so that new belt, you know, that would fit fine in the new gym. We have a spot for it.
Hey, Germaine, you mentioned that you felt a bit slow and a bit tight. Do you think any of that could be to do with the time you're fighting or the lack of a crowd?
No. It was just me. I just wanted to perform. I just wanted to knock her out. Like I said before, I wanted to make a statement. And sometimes when you want to knock somebody out that bad and want to make a statement, you get a little too tight because you want to put up that performance. But I honestly believe, me winning by submission is even better than a knockout. That old kickboxer.
Did you have to tell the referee she was unconscious?
I don't know if I had to tell him, but I did told him, and he looked at me, and I told him twice, she's out, and then he felt, because I felt her getting weak, you know. I looked at her shoulder. Honestly, I've done this choke right now so many times in this camp since my last fight. Like I said, you have to shoot very low on my legs for you to take me down. She did, so my arms slide in very tight. So I'm like, it went very fast. I think if I would have counted down from 10 till 0, she would have been out by 5 at least.
And actually, it looked like that wasn't the only choke you nearly got. In the second round at the end, did you nearly get her in a Von Flue choke?
Yeah. I looked at the screen when I was pressing with my shoulder, and I saw her head getting red, and then I slipped to the side for an arm triangle, and then the bell went.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you so much.
Germaine, have you ever put someone to sleep using that choke, or was this the first time?
This was the first time, and the best one. No, first time, man.
And then, of course, Alistair Overeem, another former Dutch kickboxing champion, he's had a lot of guillotine submissions. And do you think that submission is just an overlooked tool, that when you see a lot of kickboxers come in, they get taken down and controlled? Do you think this specific guillotine is a tool that they're overlooking in camp?
I don't know if the people are overlooking it. I believe ground fighters overlook that I can put you to sleep. But now I put notice on. If you want to shoot on my legs, no problem, baby. Just be careful, because I might put you to sleep.
Out of curiosity, do you have a jiu-jitsu belt? Or do you?
Yes.
Yeah. What level are you?
Purple belt.
Not bad for a purple belt.
Not bad, huh? I like that. So can I have breakfast now? Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys.